The weirdest beef in NBA history is currently taking place on none other than Twitter between the fans of the 15th seed and the fans of the 14th seed. That's right, Hornets and Wizards fans are going at it right now about which team has the better young core. Wizards fans are pointing out that they were 3-0 against the Hornets last year, and me as a Hornets fan, I'm not really proud of that, so I'm going to try to bring an unbiased opinion to the table and look at both sides here because, I mean, this is literally the battle of mid. Nobody cares, but we've got NBA fans out here pledging alliances for their teams to each side of this beef. And just like with any other war, there are alliances forming on Twitter as we speak. The Rockets and Knicks have both pledged their allegiance to the Washington Wizards. Meanwhile, the Nets, Celtics, Pacers, and Thunder have all pledged their allegiance to the side of the Hornets, giving the Hornets some more allies. But then there was one team, the Orlando Magic, that decided to pledge neutrality because they think they're that much better than both the Wizards and Hornets, calling them their big brother, even though they've literally won the same amount of things as the Wizards and Hornets in their franchise history. Like, if it was the Lakers or the Celtics declaring neutrality, understandable. I mean, they both have like 17 championships, but the Magic? What exactly have they won as a franchise? So now let's take a look at these two teams head-to-head and their young cores in particular. Of course, with the Wizards, they actually do have a really nice young core. There's a lot of assets here that are looking pretty good through the Summer League and through other things. Bilal Coulibaly, Trey Johnson, Alex Sarr, Bub Carrington, AJ Johnson, and Keyshawn George, and then Will Riley and Jameer Watkins as well. We'll start with Sarr, the number 2 overall pick in last year's draft. He was pretty solid as a rookie, made all-rookie first team, and did that while averaging a cool 13 a night with 6.5 rebounds, 2.4 assists, 1.5 blocks in 27 minutes a game. Shot 39% from the field and 31% from 3 on 5.1 attempts a night. As a 19-year-old, he'll be 20 next season, so there's still obviously a ton of talent for a guy like Alex Sarr. He is, I'd say, the best piece to this Wizards young core. He's 7'1" with a 7'4" wingspan, obviously has range like you just saw right there, and then coming off of this screen and being able to knock it down over the Joker, pretty solid. But I think my favorite piece to this young core is Bilal Coulibaly, who is a two-way wing with all kinds of upside on both sides of the ball. Watch the defense right here, and then getting it up to head to Jordan Poole for the layup. 6'8" with a 7'3" wingspan that is literally the exact same build as Kawhi Leonard, and he will be just 21 years old next year, coming off of a season where he averaged 12.3 points, 5 rebounds, 3.4 assists, and 1.3 steals in 33 minutes. He shot 42% from the field and 28% from 3 on 3.8 attempts a game, so definitely some improvement to do in the efficiency category. Really, every player in this video needs to get better in the efficiency category, but Bilal Coulibaly, I'm really excited about. If you are a Wizards fan, you should be really excited about him too. See right here, getting downhill, quick cross in the left-handed jam, and then right here, Harrison Barnes, get that out of here. We're going the other way with it, and then working in the isolation. Yes, that's George Niang, so it's pretty much a cone, but he still got to the basket and finished with the right hand. Then we've got Trey Johnson, the number 6 overall pick in this year's class, a guy the Hornets had a chance to draft, but chose to draft Con Knippel, and Trey Johnson's an absolute bucket. He led the SEC in scoring with 20 a game. He's 6'6" with a 6'10" wingspan. I think he's going to be the best player on the Wizards next year. It's a hot take, but I really think he is that gifted as a scorer, flying off screens. I mean, look at this. Sidestep 3-ball with 4 minutes left to cut it to 3. That's a huge shot. Some massive onions right there. And then getting to the rim to take the lead with a minute left. Really excited for Trey Johnson. Bub Carrington is a guy that came on towards the end of last season. He will be just 20 years old next year. He averaged about 10 points a night with 4.4 rebounds, 4.2 assists, 0.7 steals in 30 minutes a game. Shot 40% from the field and 34% from 3 on 5.1 attempts per night. He's a guy that can work out of the pick and roll, getting downhill like right here, or he can just ISO. He's also a big-time finisher at the rim, pretty solid athlete. He's got a good frame on him. But then right here, I mean, the step back, behind the back, step back bucket, that's tough. That's a lot of potential being flashed right there. And then Keyshawn George, another guy, another wing that can shoot the 3-ball, that can defend, back knocking down back-to-back threes in the corner right here. Had a pretty solid showing at the Summer League as well. Really excited for him. They just have a ton of young wings that are really athletic. And then speaking of young wings that are athletic, although AJ Johnson is more of a point guard, AJ Johnson is must-see TV. Went to Australia instead of going to college, and now he's coming into the league, and he is a dynamite scorer and a fantastic athlete. The final piece to that Wizards young core that was on the roster last year. They also drafted Will Riley, who I'm a big fan of, kind of a big guard, but he's also a wing at times. He's 6'8", so he's got to play the 3 usually. I mean, his ball handling is not the best in the world, but he uses that big frame to be able to get to the rim at will. And then Jameer Watkins. He was one of my favorite sleepers in this year's draft, and he is a bucket. We saw it in the summer league. He can absolutely hoop. He dominated the pre-draft combine workouts and stuff like that. He's a monster, and I think he's going to be really good in Washington as a role player. But yeah, that's their core right there. Overall, a good amount of potential on this roster. Some young talent. Nobody that has really quite developed into a superstar yet, but I mean, it's very early in all their careers. They're all like either 21, 20, or 19, so still a ton of time. As for the Hornets, it's a little bit different. It's more of a quality over quantity type thing, because they've got guys like LaMelo Ball, who's already been an all-star, who's coming off a year where he averaged 25 points a game, 7.5 assists, 4.9 rebounds and 1.1 steals while shooting 41% from the field and 34% from 3 on 11 attempts. He's a guy that can absolutely take over a game. He's dropped 50 before in an NBA game. Really, the only knock now on LaMelo is his efficiency, for one, which hasn't been great so far. It's been a little below average. And then his health. That has been terrible. But he'll be 24 next year, so he's still in the young core classification as a guy that is 25 or younger. Then Brandon Miller, who is also better than anybody on the Wizards roster right now, averaged 21 a game last year with 5 boards, 3.4 assists, 1.1 steals in 32 minutes a game, shot 40% from the field and 36% from 3 on 11 attempts a night. For him, though, it's the same thing with LaMelo. The inefficiency is not good, and then 27 games played last year. Not good at all. He can't stay healthy. He will be 23 years old next year, so another chance to prove himself in year 3, but we will see what happens. I really like Brandon Miller. I mean, he's a 6'8" wing that can score from all 3 levels. Trey Mann as well. I'd venture to say, now yes, maybe I'm a little biased as a Hornets fan, I'd venture to say Trey Mann is better as an NBA player right now than anybody on that Wizards roster. Not saying he has more potential, but I'm saying he is better at this current time than anybody they have on their roster. He's a stud. Tijan Salon is another piece. He will be just 20 next year, and he kind of showed out at the Summer League. Kind of gave me a little bit of hope. I was pretty much giving up on Tijan Salon. I know it's only been 1 year, but he showed some flashes. And then you, of course, have the rookies with Liam McNeely, Colin Knippel, and Ryan Kalkbrenner, even Sion James, although I see him as a G League player this year. I'm not going to lie. Colin Knippel's a stud. Just led the Hornets to a Summer League championship, won Finals Most Valuable Player. He's been on a tear as of late. Won the ACC tournament, won ACC tournament Most Outstanding Player, made it to the Final Four. The kid just wins, and I'm excited to have that kind of attitude brought to Charlotte. Great connector between LaMelo and Brandon Miller. And then Kalkbrenner, who will probably be the backup center all year long as a rookie, just because the Hornets don't have anybody else other than Moussa Diabate, who you could even throw into their young core. He's just 23 years old, but really excited about what Kalkbrenner can bring to the squad, as well as McNeely, who had a really, really solid Summer League, including that debut where he had 22, 11, and 6 on a pretty solid squad for Summer League standard. And then getting downhill right here, getting to the right hand, McNeely's going to be pretty good. All 3 of the draft picks I'm really excited about this year. So yeah, I'm going to have to lean in favor of the Hornets. Obviously, I'm a Hornets fan, so a little bit biased, but LaMelo, Brandon Miller, and even maybe Trey Mann are better than anybody the Wizards have on their roster. With that being said, that's going to be it for today's video. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to hit the like button. Leave me a comment down below and hit that subscribe button if you did enjoy at any point. And with all that being said, thanks so much for watching today's video.